Students, in this video I shall continue discussing digestive system for class 9, and for that chapter digestive system this is video number 5. Here it is, digestive system video number 5 for class 9. Previous video I have already discussed different parts of the alimentary canal, out of which the mouth parts are discussed, teeth, tongue, etc. Next part of the alimentary canal is the pharynx. We start from this. Number 2, the pharynx. The mouth or buccal cavity leads into a vertical passage about 12 to 14 centimeter in length. Just behind the mouth, there is a small passage of 12 to centimeter. This passage is a common passage of air and food. In this part of alimentary canal, food and air cross each other at the back of our mouth. This is the point I was clearing. At the back of our mouth, in this area, ultimately air and food together passes. But these two things do not pass at a time. The moment when the food is passing, at that moment, fraction of seconds, air passage stops. And air passage, on the other hand, is a continuous process. Even if when we are not taking food, at that time, the air passage is passing from the nasal chamber through this pharynx into the respiratory tract, that is trachea. So this, but the place is where it crosses, the crossroad. The food goes into the esophagus, that means the food pipe, and air passes into the trachea via the voice box or larynx. The opening of the glottis is guarded by opening of the glottis. Glottis means a kind of a opening which is opening into the voice box, that is called glottis. This opening of the glottis is guarded by a flap-like structure called epiglottis. At that part, it is the part of respiratory system where the glottis, that is opening of the larynx, or you can say is a type of opening of air passage, is guarded by the epiglottis. This closes the glottis during the swallowing of food. When we swallow food or drink, at that time this glottis closes the air passage. And so this is the type of control present in that area that we will discuss later. We have already discussed the process of swallowing. So during the time of swallowing of food and drink, air passage holds up for fraction of seconds. It's very fast. The food is only slipping from the mouth through the pharynx into the esophagus. And this passage, there is no question of digestion here, no question of any secretion. Food rapidly slips into the esophagus. No digestion takes place here. Food rapidly slips into the esophagus. This part I will give you the picture. You can understand the common passage of these two. After this part of the discussion, I will give you the picture so that you can understand better. Next part of the alimentary canal is esophagus or the food pipe. Esophagus, the food pipe. It is a narrow muscular collapsible tube. Remember, it is a food pipe, and continuously though you are not taking food or drink, when it is empty, there is no food and drink is passing through it. At that time it collapses. Just like a water tube. Means when you are watering the plants, when you are not watering the plants, when water is not passing through a tube, it collapses. So in case of this, it is also a collapsible tube when it is empty. Measuring about 10 inches, that means 25 centimeters approximately in length. It passes through the neck after the pharynx, thorax, chest region, and then pierces through the diaphragm and crosses the junction between the thoracic cavity and abdominal cavity, pierces through the diaphragm, the muscular membrane that separates the two chambers, and finally opens into the stomach. Finally joins into the stomach. That means food is passing into the stomach. It helps in passage of food from the pharynx to the stomach. Its main function is to pass the food from the pharynx, which is coming into the stomach, and that's all. It does not produce any digestive enzyme. It is not having any digestive enzyme secretion, only the passage of food. Once the food reaches the esophagus, it is pushed forward by a special type of muscular movement called peristalsis. Once the food is reaching to the esophagus, it is pushed by a means of a contraction movement called peristalsis. This peristalsis pushes the food forward up to the stomach. In fact, peristalsis is not only performed by the esophagus, it also performed by the other parts of the alimentary canal. Let us see what is peristalsis. Definition of peristalsis. Peristalsis is a wave of contraction, is a continuous wave of contraction of the circular muscles of the alimentary canal that pushes the food forward. A continuous ring muscles, that means circular muscles, continuous contraction and relaxation, pushing the food forward in a required direction up to a particular direction, and this is passing continuously. This is called peristalsis. I repeat, peristalsis is a wave of contraction of the circular muscles of the alimentary canal that pushes the food forward. Alimentary canal means it is not only performed by the esophagus, it is also performed in the later part of the alimentary canal, that means intestine, small and large intestine. This peristalsis occurs through all the regions of the gut. Gut means alimentary canal. It performs through all the regions of the gut, pushing the food or semi-digested food. When it is passing through the esophagus, it is food. It is very little digestion in mouth, and semi-digested food along. And a slimy substance is always been secreted by the inner wall of this alimentary canal. You say it is esophagus or it is small intestine or large intestine. There is always a slimy substance called mucus is secreted by the inner wall of alimentary canal that helps the food bolus or the food, semi-digested food, to slip forward. So this is the way by which up to the stomach the food is reached. This is the picture that shows you the common passage. Carefully observe the nasal chamber, mouth, tongue, and the pharynx, nasopharynx, oropharynx, etc. And this is the process of peristalsis shown to you, how the food is being pushed from behind by the continuous contraction process in the esophagus. It is shown, and here it is shown how the food is getting into the stomach